Very Good Farms is a transition program at North Florida School of Special Education. The school is post-grad to pre-K, and the post-grad students are the ones that are the participants in Very Good Farm. They use it as a job training site to learn more about agriculture, learn about good food and agribusiness. So when we first started the program out, we just had a little school garden, and the students liked working out there in the garden, and we've seen that, and that's what gave us the idea to start a small agribusiness with them. It teaches them about, hard work and the fact that it takes work to get what you're putting on the table, and that's the connection that everybody needs to learn, and the work ethic that they're learning here on the farm goes out into the community and helps them hopefully find gainful employment out in the community as well. So we talk about what they would like to grow for this season, and we look at the seasonal chart, what we can plant for this season, and we plant usually in 72 cell trays, and the students put the seeds in the trays, and when they get up to sufficient size, we bump those up into 4-inch pots, or either put them right directly into the garden. We grow some microgreens, and they seed those right in the tray, and the microgreens are eaten by the students here during our culinary program, and they're also sold to some small businesses here in town. That's been one of the most exciting parts for me, was actually seeing them use the stuff out of the garden and including it in the culinary program, and including it in snack time, which is our little educational moment each day that we take a little something out of the garden and talk about how it can be used and what part of it can be used and the different ways that it can be used. And so all those are learning experiences for the students. It's been amazing that, that a lot of the students who have never tried a lot of these dishes like kohlrabi or rhubarb or, even some of the herbs, now, go home and talk to their parents about it. We need to try this and eat more salads and more fresh stuff. And it's really invigorated them into, eating better and more healthy eating habits. And especially with the population we're working with, that's an important thing. So the Department of Agriculture actually has came up with a curriculum for farm to school, and Gardening for Grades is the Florida Department of Agriculture's curriculum. And a lot of schools are embracing that because it just makes sense. A lot of the things that we need to learn are already in our food system, as far as learning about health and nutrition and accounting and number of days, and so all that is great lessons for kids to learn. Well, I think a lot of people are surprised that right in the middle of Arlington, in the 32211 zip code, there's a little small urban farm, and it has really risen out of the center of Jacksonville. I mean, Regency Square is right across the street, and here we are, producing some excellent food with some low food miles in this area, and teaching the kids about how to use this great food and why it's important to empower you to be responsible for some of the food that you're partaking of. I think the future plan is just to get better at what we're doing, to be able to employ some of these students in the whole scheme of the operation, and to expand out into other business opportunities for those students. Network with other businesses that can use those types of skills, they can use the product that we produce, teaching others, as far as other schools and people in food deserts and that need nutrition help and nutrition education. That's one of the things that I networked with the University of North Florida's nutrition program one day, was to take some of their nutrition students and then take our produce and our students and to bring our produce with the food truck into different neighborhoods and put on little demonstrations on how to cook with good food and what do you do with that produce that comes in that produce bag, and why it's so good for you, and all that's great.